sides, you both, because each squad kind of brings something unique, it's not always just the same. You know what I mean? It's not just the same stuff. You know, one squad will have recon, one will have a giant mortar, one will have a smaller mortar, one will have smoke, one will have gas. It's so to, oh my god, I think I just killed like half their side. Well, my username. Well, it can work. No, no, no. One thing I don't like about this game is if you don't... The only thing my gripe is, if you don't let the reload go to the very, very end, and I'm talking about if you're a millisecond move, or do something that cuts the animation off, like for a millisecond, it doesn't reload. But yeah, no, I think this is I've said this before to a few people now. I think it's a really, really good game. I think it's a big shame that this game came out before Battlefield 1, but it was so close to the Battlefield 1 launch that everybody ignored this to move on to Battlefield 1, which was supposed to be World War 1, and it wasn't really World War 1. Yeah. So I see. For me, it's not that I don't mind it being slow. I'm actually happy about the realism with it. My gripe is sometimes you think the animation's over, and it's like you have to go above and beyond to have that split second of like. So yeah, so if it's like this, you think, oh, it's done, and you move quick enough, then sometimes it actually isn't done. I mean, I like the fact that it's slow, but I feel like the kind of meter telling you that it's been done or not is a little bit after the animation. Yeah, going on the battlefields. Yeah. I mean, yeah. They try... some of the battlefields obviously set in wars, but some of them are very, very, very wrong. I mean, I know it's not going to be horrendously factual, but some of them are horrendously wrong. Battlefield 1, with Battlefield 1, they thought, you know, well, let's try and give everybody a machine gun, that's what people want. And sadly... it's like, doesn't work that way. I mean, you won't really find much machine guns at all in this war, except for the odd, see, look there, I thought it reloaded. Except for the odd sort of thing. So it's like, when you play Battlefield 1, it's either a giant sniper fest for long range or a load of people with machine guns. This is more like World War 1, Western Front. You know, everyone had a rifle. It was one hit kill sort of thing in it. But except for the SMG that one person on one particular squad can have on the German side, and obviously the LMGs, that's it. I do it all the time when loading as a sniper in Pwn. It's full, it's not quite... Yeah, that's the only gripe I have. Because it feels a little bit like too many things you do will cancel the animation. So unless you're walking or stood still, if you do certain things like start to run or prone or jump or anything, it will quit the load. Which is fine, trying to be realistic. You're not going to load while climbing up something. But I just always feel that when the animation stops, there's like maybe a millisecond or two afterwards, that it's still classed as being reloading. And the amount of times I do something very quickly afterwards, maybe I'm just jumping the gun, but that's the only gripe I actually have with this game. And I feel it's worse on some guns than it is to others. Oh, damn it. But I actually really enjoy... I think what they did well is with Tannenberg and Verdun, they're very different. So you're not getting the same game. Yeah. It's not just me, I think. There are some guns that are worse than others. Some guns that seem to reload spot on, and some guns just give you that feeling that it's not quite reloaded. Really. But with Tannenberg and how Verdun are, they're very different in their gun style, their map styles. Because this is trench kind of back and forth, whereas Verdun is more like a giant map that you play different things on. They seem to have thought of other things up, like mounted weaponry and being able to pick up ammunition and a few other things. So they seem to have been a bit more to Tannenberg that they've slowly creeped into Verdun. I am more interested in the Western Front than the Eastern Front, but I do like playing both games. I do like it. We have more points than the enemy, yeah. Last kill. I just might check it out. I mean, it is slightly a dated game, just to let you know. But if you're interested in checking it out, they're actually doing a sale all the way up till the end of Remembrance Day tomorrow. So Verdun and Tannenberg have 50 or 60% off on Steam, but it only until the end of Remembrance Day tomorrow. Now, does anybody actually want to see Tannenberg? Because I played for 2 hours of Verdun. Let's jump on Tannenberg for a little bit, just to show you that. So this was a Western front. This is the game I played more. Tannenberg is newer. I'm a dated old man. I mean, especially with the way Battlefield is going at the moment, and Call of Duty, I would prefer to play this than either of them. I just wish more people played it. I mean, I'm sad I missed some of these, but I've always been a supporter of this. I've played this for years. I've played Tannenberg not so much, but it's just because it was newer. Let me go and just quickly change what game I'm playing. I do like how you can change games inside the game. Question is... I take it I haven't set this one up. Just one moment. Bit better. So this obviously is Eastern Front. Although I am finally at an age where I can say... You're the same age as me, mate. I'm 37. So this one is slightly... I used it so much. I got a lot of career points, and I can't remember if that's because they reset a lot of stuff. I'm in Poland at the moment. So who are we going to play? Well, like I said, I was Germans all yesterday. So we have... Let's join this match. They're from the Holy Grail. So the Holy Grail. I'm 37, I'm not old. Oh yeah, old woman. Old woman. He goes, I'm a man. He goes, I'm 37. And? Remember that. I still love the bit where it's like that bit. I used to have a t-shirt with the Black Knight. Let's see what machine gunner have jumped in here. Squad lead, let's change something else. Video rifleman. Winchester, let's go for it. Let's see what's happening. So we've got the crossroads. That's their HQ. We need to take over these two before we get to that one. So pushing this. No, everybody's as old as you, dude. So as you can tell instantly, this is a lot more open map. There's also guns you can jump on. Oh, it's gas. So this is a lot more open. It's Mosin is quite a nice one. But this is a lot more kind of open battlefieldy type. I believe it's bigger, isn't it? Like 100 players rather than 60 odd. Got Mario machine guns, things like that you can use. And the points can be captured quicker. So it's a lot more quick moving. When you go around the map, by the time you've taken over bits, some of them taken back and vice versa. And some things you can call stuff on, so you'll be able to like go in here and there'll be a little thing you can talk on to and you can call in support and things like that. Oh, losing the crossroads. Go over there. So none of this kind of trench to trench, it is a lot more just out in the open. Where's that come from? I think if we cut off the command, we can... Oh! If we cut off the command, we can push it. Right, so they're pushing back. We're taking... If we take these two, we can push the HQ. I also feel that, like, do you know, like the markers to attack and stuff, if you've got like, what's it called? A bot as your squad leader, it actually works in Tennenberg. Speed up, destroyed armor, speed up, ammo, cooldown, not bad. It's gonna shoot me. Where'd he go in? I always thought what this game would be like if they ever added some sort of limited vehicles to it. You know, maybe one tank per side. Oh god. Like one tank per side would have been interesting. Especially in Verdun. So we're trying to push into destroyed house. And I think what makes it fun is because of how different the game modes are. If you just had like trench warfare but two different fronts, I think it could potentially be what's the point in playing. But you have your trench warfare in one, and then you literally stop to play more of an open battlefield type game in the Eastern Front. Shot each other. Yeah. Right, so Tannenberg, which is the Eastern Front, is a very large map. It's more like you're used to in sort of Battlefield games where you've got like a HQ and you capture points and push backwards and forwards. But it's using the same sort of idea as Verdun, with the weaponry being single shot kill virtually, unless you got pistols. Things like that. Each point you capture has something, like I think some of them do cooldown, some of them ammunition drops, little things like that. And you're playing, there's like quite a lot of different, obviously, sides you play as well in this. Can I respawn a farm? Where am I doing? Where are we actually attacking anyway? Attacking here, I believe. So yeah, I'm just saying, if anybody's interested in these games, they're not that expensive anyway, but until the end of tomorrow, the 11th, which is Remembrance Day, these are 50 to 60% off. And they are actually separate games, so it's quite cool that they link each other. So if you're playing one, you can click a button and jump into the other one, but you have different leveling. So in this, I'm level like 32 or something. In Verdun, I'm level 50 something. Different guns to unlock, because there's different squads, different factions, different countries, each of them. So each squad has 4 roles in it, and each one has 3 loadouts. 1 is starting loadout and 2 to unlock. So if there's 5 or 6 different countries on one side, then, you know, that's times 3 or 4, whatever it is, for unlocks. And every time you level up, you get 1 point to unlock. There's also tons and tons and tons of achievements for both games. There's tons of medals and things to unlock for both games as well. I think that's what makes it pretty cool. So it's not one of these games where you play and just kind of... I think there's a lot of people that can just play and play and play, it doesn't really matter. I'm sadly one of these people that needs a direction. I do. I don't want to, but I do. I need a direction. So I need to work towards something. So if I want to work towards level, if I want to work towards an achievement, certain amount of kills with a certain guns or melee or whatever, if I wanting to, you know, unlock levels, It's just the way I am. I know some people don't need that, but I do. See, look, this is part here is who owns what. So, as you can tell, blue side, which is Allied, has got more than the German side. So you start off with 1, 2, and 3 you unlock, where every time you upload levels, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4 different roles within this. 4 different roles within this you can level up. Here is what happens to the actual squad as your squad levels up. Your uniform changes, I believe. So you can click on the uniform to make it look different. You know, 1914, 16, or 17, and then these go up. So if this level goes up, if you play, like I'm playing this guy here, I'll get 10% extra XP, then it goes up to 15. This one I'm faster reloading with HMGs. But this leveling I think is only in the game. But you can create your own squads as well and just jump in. And then you've got 64, so it says still 64 human players. But it wasn't got so many. You got like the Tommies, then you've got like for Verdun you got Tommies, and then you got the Highlanders. And the guns are very, very different. You also have to remember that some of them are designed for things. So some of them are normal riflemen, and some oh crap, some aren't a normal rifleman. Some are designed to be like a blitz sort of attack. So you've got like pistols but grenades. Some are snipers. There's a lot going on for each squad. So like the German side is quite good for that because majority of it is just German. There's like 5 or 6 different squads, and some of them you can like a recon-y, some of them are shock attack, and some of them are kind of standard troops. Died. But this is definitely, I think it's possible.